one of those looks I'm trying out because of my new hair color. Wait, why is the chat hidden? Alchemy. Oh, this one. So hi everyone. Hi Beatnu. Hi Nick, and whoever else is here. Just gonna wait for more people to join in, and then let me pull up the Chrome. Oh, it's here? Yay! Thank you. Alchemy, alchemy. Alchemy. Where alchemy? Alchemy. Hey, Tale of Two Wolves! Hello! Welcome back! Hi, hello. Thanks for using my real name. Alchemy. You hear Emran? Yes, he's right here. He just finished helping me set up because you know me, I can't set up myself. Press stream on YouTube where?
So you're on YouTube right now.
I am?
Yeah, and then your right side is the chat. Anybody come. We're just testing. This is very bare bones. No
I'm streaming on YouTube today too. At Tale of Two Wolves says hi Emran. Hi Anthony Mitchell. Hello. How have you guys been? Today we're talking like some very interesting topics. We're gonna talk about parasocial relationships. Something we can all relate to. Wait, can I go back to the last music? I really like the last one. Emma has so many things open at once. I cannot. What's this? Like, you kind of don't even know where the song is coming from, right? There's like 2,000 things open at once. Oh, where's the music coming from? Oh, this is like you have to locate across like a map of the world to see. No, I want the last one. Hey, I can repeat this song. This is my jam. This is my specific jam. I'm Sully. Hey, Beatnu. Hearts. Love you guys. You been good, Anthony? Good. That's all I need to hear. And I love hearing the word good. Because good is good. Good makes us feel good. Hanke.
Okay, I like. So,
yeah.
The chat is right there. That's your YouTube chat.
Oh, wait. So it's on? Where can I see?
So the YouTube chat is on top.
Oh, I can't go up there, right?
I could move it over. I gotta.
But it's okay. I can. It's fine. Hi, YouTube. Oh my God. Hi, YouTube.
Yeah. It's
hello.
Bare bones test. We're just testing for next time.
Okay. Hi, Crystal. Oh my God. Thank you for testing it out for us, and appreciate y'all here. And good. Oh, it's actually quite easy to keep track of both chats.
Yeah.
I like it. It's nice. Hello, YouTube. It's so nice to be here. If you happen to be here, my name is Celeste. You got the notification. You came here because you got the notification. That means it's working. And Krisa said he got the notification. Good. Alchemy. Hey, Nicholas. I am doing great, Anthony. I'm doing great. This is my birthday week. This is my birthday week. So I am feeling it. I am feeling the feeling of homecoming and the leap into a new year, into a new me. And I'm for it. This week is my birthday stream week. And whoever's sharing my birthday week, hey, I am very, very happy to share it with you. Please don't feel like you are stealing my thunder or anything. I feel a very, very close bond to those who have a very similar birthday. And since we're on the topic, we might as well start, right? Because that's exactly what we're here to talk about today, which is parasocial relationships. Anthony Mitchell. Thank you. I tried today. I really tried, because I was like, I was like trying to put together outfits that are like kind of like not too overpowering, because right now I have a very loud hair. So it's like the red is a very like popping color, like in your face color. So it sends a very strong message when you have like hair that's like not naturally red, but like it's not the natural color. Like people with red hair don't have this red color. So it's like it kind of it's a little more challenging to put together like cohesive looks. So I had a lot of fun going through all the red, black, and like stuff that I have that can match my hair. It was nice. And this is one of the outfits I came up with. I thought it would look good with the tie. Wait. Krisu! Oh my god, you got the chariot! Krisu, oh my god, thank you for the tier 1! 70 months! 70 fucking months, Krisu! What are you asking, Krisu? Today, I'm gonna read your thing nice and slow. Give me your question, and I'll interpret your card for you. Thank you so much. Hey, Ghost in the Latte! How was your weekend? Hey, guys, how was your weekend? Krisu, thank you for being here. Thank you for the tier 1. Thank you for the 70 fucking months. That's a nice number, first and foremost. That's also a very nice, it's a very nice witness, so to speak, to the length of our relationship. Yes, to the length of the whole relationship. It is a very, very solid tribute to that. We've been streaming for a while, huh? Yeah. Wow. It's been a journey. And I feel like it is high time we talk about the fucking white elephant in the fucking room. It's time. And I have to say, it is a lot. It is something that is not new, but a lot of people think is new because internet. But parasocial relationships, I've been digging into them. I've been applying my own understanding, my own concepts, because like it has only become highlighted in recent generations, recent years, if I would like to say that. But I would like to point out all the ways it has always been present and existed. And I want to correct a few misconceptions around what the nature of parasocial relationships, and also what specifically are they from like the real standard point of view, not like the popular, like whatever it is. And we want to get into the like everything I always talk about here. There's not one thing that's entirely good or entirely bad. The reason it appeared is because it serves a function. So the reason that parasocial relationships exist is because it serves a function. Salsa! I love you calling me pretty. And thank you. I spent some time on it. I was actually wanting to experiment a little with the color and see how it looks in curls. So I spent a while doing the curls today. But it kind of like it fell out very, very fast because the weather right now is very like I like bouncier curls. But this will do. But like thank you. And I was putting together outfits that kind of match with the hair a little bit. I had fun. So alchemy. So salsa. So how was your weekend? What went on? What went on? Did you go for your like first paintball? First paintball. Oh wait, it's not paintball, is it? I forgot what it was. Airsoft, like that kind of like shooting. You bought a gun for it. I remember. Busy, lots of work. Ah yes, paintball. That was too. Oh, I know, but like I thought you would have gone like every week before it gets cold, you know, or before school starts. But then school already started for a while. Oh, guys, I'm just playing this song over and over. If you get tired of it, let me know, because it's like kind of thing I have. Or maybe I should just stop the repeat now. I'm worried that you guys might get sick of it. Once I get into my workflow, I'll start going more. Oh, you have a new schedule or something? Like you need to get used to the new schedule and your school and how it works together, everything. Me too. And like when I get used to like a routine and I have to like establish like quite a different new daily routine, it takes me a while, quite a while. Salsa. I hope you're feeling the excitement. It's your last year, right? All sorts of new final year experiences waiting for you this year. Lots of assignments for AP classes. Don't forget to have fun. It's your last year in a familiar environment. Everything next year is gonna be way more different. Way too much, way more different. Alchemy. And lots of new responsibilities. Since I'm an editor and vice president now. Oh, Salsa, I feel so proud when I hear like these updates. It is not easy. I was also part of like the environmental club. Like I was like save the environment back then in high school. So I was part of that club. But I never liked managing people, so like I stayed away from the responsible, like high accountability posts, like not like you. So I applaud your bravery and your leadership quality. In the meantime, for fun, I've been reading and watching Dexter comic books. Hi, Picard. Hello. How have you been, Picard? How was your weekend? Most of you saw Emran yesterday. I keep like forgetting that you guys would have come back from just watching Emran just yesterday. Woo. Hi, Smoking Dave. Hello, hello. It's nice to see you. I will ask a question related to your topic. I was introduced to you online as Miyu 4 years ago, so I still use that name. Do you prefer being called your real name now? Okay, I love this question because number one, it's very respectful. Number two, it's actually very important to me as well that my audience, my viewers know, my viewers and my friends. I treat you guys as like someone I personally am connected to, whether I know it or not. But we're going to go into all those nitty gritty details in parasocial relationships today and why it's so different and what are the healthy ways we can engage within a parasocial relationship without compromising anything that's really meaningful to us that we will regret later. You know, my purpose is always to try and help people avoid suffering. And one form that suffering manifests is regret. Regret. So, like, we want to avoid that as much as possible. And I want everyone to know that it is possible to engage in any kind of relationship healthily. So, it's one of those things, and it is exactly what I want to equip y'all with going forth, because it is the best thing for you guys the ones on the other side, the content creator, it is way, way healthier for everyone involved. And people think they lose something when they have to change the way they relate to someone. Like they think they lose something out of the relationship. But no, just seeing them differently isn't going to change or take away the good feelings in the relationship. You know, changing the way you relate to someone doesn't take away the good feelings of the relationship. You will still get good feelings. The danger is in assuming you won't, just because the relationship changed, you're not gonna get the same happiness or something, you know. So that's one of those things we'll go into. Had a good weekend, feeling a bit better. I'm happy to hear that, Binu, especially since I know you're struggling with a lot. I've almost finished the first season and I'm reading the book at the same time to understand how I love it when people do read the book and the movie or series, the film versions. Star Plus, not a comic, it's an 8-book novel series by Jeff Lindsay that got adapted. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, it sounds very, very good then. Like 8 seasons. 8-book novel. I always have very, very unique admiration for authors who can churn out series. Precisely because I have trouble with like keeping up consistency. From what I understand, the books have a completely different plot from the show after the first book. Holy shit! That means you need to watch both. You need to consume both. I watched all the Dexter series. Oh, you like it too, Binu! I guess I should read the book now. I'm glad Salsa convinced you. So I guess, guys, if you are a Dexter fan, go read the books. Go read the fucking books, please, guys. Books. Y'all need to give your imagination way more credit. Hi, Fabius. How are you? I can watch some dude present me some Grand Theft Auto numbers or watch him present me his number in front of GTA 4 View before his first quest starts. Fabius, we get into that. I want to see people how they are as a person in real life, not just a username. It's hard on Twitch, that's for sure. Glad you are similar. Smoking Dave, yes. And we are going to go into all of that and what it does to us and how we can reframe the same feeling. Yes. I genuinely think the characters were more fleshed out in the show. Because characters like given more screen time and presence. Oh, so they brought out the different sides of side characters. Yet sometimes if it's a long enough series, it gets to do that, which is what I'm kind of anticipating for Harry Potter series, despite the backlash that's currently happening. The dynamic is good in the book, but the amazing acting of Michael C. really elevates the story. Oh, well, to handle monologues well requires a lot of talent. There is so much more in like art and designs. So, guys, I want to No, I don't want this. I want Chrome. Fish. Chrome. Google Chrome. Google Chrome. Give me my Google Chrome. The evening breeze tickles my back, all alone in the empty underpass. Because this is the only place where I am signed in. Okay. So, if I listen close, I hear a voice whispering softly. Oh shoot, I need to pay more attention to YouTube. I just realized I wasn't like paying attention to YouTube at all. Like, what the fucking fuck? Hi, Titty Note. Hi, Titty Note. I am so sorry if I ignored you, Titty Note. My little viewer on on YouTube. I am so sorry. I do get distracted. Hey, y'all and y'all and Twitch, can you like remind me like on and off to check YouTube? I know. Hi, Tale of Tools, guys. Y'all need to remind me occasionally to check our YouTube friends. Titty Note, I hope you're still there, but totally understand if not because of my high distractibility. Well, it takes time to get used to it. It's my first day streaming on both platforms at once. So, I am used to you. Come on! Do you think you can still like a fandom like Harry Potter despite creator issues? Yes. I can. Yes, I can. Because as a creative myself, I deeply feel the imperfections of every single creator. So no one is perfect, right? We all know that. And that extends to every single creator. It's just that you don't know that about them yet. So you can say that, oh, there is a boundary, you know, there is a personal thing. And yes, that's true. And that is totally up to you. I'm just, as a creator, I'm just able to compartmentalize better and separate the art from the artist, mainly because the art itself is not racist. Now, if the work of the artist itself is racist and is based on like problematic things and making money off of it, that I will not support. Do you understand? There is a difference. A problematic person can create unproblematic work or works of art or whatever it is, you know? So supporting, giving your money or supporting or buying or watching the movie or whatever it is does not automatically equate to endorsement of the behavior of the creators. It does not automatically translate into that. Do you understand? Because ultimately, with all these, with all their involvements, it involves way more than just the one creator themselves. Like, it's not just J.K. Rowling that's been. There's tons and tons and tons of people who are not like her, who are also, their livelihood maybe depends more on the production than. Thank you, Delta. Hi, those. Okay, no one's talking on YouTube, so thanks, Tail. Am I wearing braces? No, I'm not. I never wore braces. It's one of those things I kind of like debated getting throughout my life, because I have a very weird set of front teeth. Actually, they're a little protruded, and it doesn't really close well. So like it's a thing I've thought about a lot, but like I didn't end up doing it because of the time it would take and the care it needs and the routine it would take. It's just like too much for my ADHD. And that was before I knew I had ADHD. I just somehow innately understand I will not be able to keep up the routine. And so I just kind of like gave up that idea before I even tried, and kind of learned to accept this. Oh, vampire! You like it? I didn't even get it specifically for this. I got these first. I just like the. Why is it vampire glasses? Wait, you can create stories around me. So, well, I hope I made. You feel I addressed it enough? The J.K. Rowling thing, because I feel like this is why I can still support the creator. Also, another point I wanted to make, right? Because I got a little distracted by tools. So, like, one reason why I feel that I feel like it's okay to support is I feel very, very deeply that nobody is nobody can claim, nobody in this world can claim they are not in some way or form supporting people who don't deserve it through their consumptions. Let me repeat that again. Nobody in this world can technically claim that they are not in some way supporting a problematic person through their consumptions. You buy something off Temu, you buy something off of Taobao, Amazon, you're probably supporting someone who is problematic. The owner of the business is very, very likely problematic. They can very possibly unethical. So if you can accept that and keep that in mind, then it may feel less wrong when you see someone else like engaging with a non-problematic work created by a problematic person. Yes. I'm happy I make sense, Vitnu. I'm so happy for you. I hope you're doing good and can do it. Fabulous. You're so nice to each other. This looks like he's still going strong. Oh. So I want to go back to I remember Davis question about my name, Smoking Dave. So I do have a preference for my real name right now, but I don't want anyone to see that preference for Pili and Celeste to mean that I do not like hearing Miyu. Yes, I said that many times, but it's something I don't mind repeating at all because like you guys are using very, very different names, and you know people don't want to like, oh, if she's not wanting to be known as that anymore, I have to stop using it. I don't want you guys to feel self-conscious or possibly like it's not like a pronoun, this thing I'm doing, and it doesn't offend me because they all are me. They all represent me, or a part of me, or a phase of me, or all those things. And I'm not rejecting one side in preference for the other, but I'm recognizing right now that there are some inner emotional work that I need to be doing with the names that I used to have. So right now, I told my chat that them using my real name, like Pili, really helps me connect with it again in a meaningful way because it's a name that I have done without or gotten rid of too early in my life. I got rid of it when I was like 17, and I stopped engaging with it outside of my family. So nobody calls me Pui Li outside of my family. And I later realized at the age of 40 that I missed a lot of growth with that name. And because of that, I still feel the bulk of my childhood shame when I associate with my old name. And that comes from a complete dissociation with it as soon as I hit 17. And not everyone is going to have the same trauma or same dissociation or whatever it is, but this is what I personally went through, and this is what I personally had to go back to kind of relearn some very important lessons that were missed out because I changed my name. And I was trying to use it as like if you have the same thing with your online handle, and if you over identify with it, there might be a chance that you will gradually dissociate with your real actual name. Yeah. So I'm glad I'm making you guys think about this, Quakers. Yes, it's interesting, right? I did not realize it until like later. Hi, Sid. Hello. Thanks for using Pui Li. See, literally before this, when it just started, when I would see Pui Li on my screen, I cringe inwardly. I feel it. And let me tell you, nobody should feel that. Nobody should cringe at their own name. And I realize I do that. And it's not okay. It's suddenly, it isn't okay anymore. Like, that's why you guys are, that's why this is where we are today. Hey. And I still haven't, like, I'm still trying, like, to see when I'm ready to hear it in real life. Because even my husband is just like Celeste or Honey. Nobody says Pui Li. Pui Li has never heard I love you in real life associated with her name. So it was like, and it's off for me to hear it now. So if you over-identify, or if you might over-identify with your online handle or whatever else you weren't born with, you might want to go digging a little bit to see what's going on in your childhood name. That kind of thing. I want people to address me as sexiest man alive. Tale of Two Wolves, you are indeed sexiest man alive. I hope you felt that recognition. Hey. I mean, catch up. Spiritual ascension equals quantum leap. Really? Okay, I haven't drawn that conclusion yet. It could be similar. Absolutely, it's funny watching Dexter where he plays. Oh, you guys are making me wish I read that now, so I can like vibe. Thanks for that. I was curious as I like to use the person's preferred name. I just use what is familiar, then adjust, and I think it's a lovely thing to use your real name more. I have my real name in my username. Oh, yeah, I see it as part of this. I can have my gamer name and real name in one. That is smart. That is so smart. I had such internalized... Emran too. I noticed this is what Emran does too. He likes to include his name sometime in like games and whatnot. But like, I was like so heavily wanting to dissociate with my birth name. I felt so much shame around it that I never, ever gave myself anything that resembled my real name. So much internalized shame. Similar feelings. I asked my mom why I didn't have a normal name like David or Chris. Right, Quakers. You are safe. You are loved. Yes, guys. Remember, you are safe. You are loved. Okay? You are safe and you are loved. Hi, Dan Cruz. Thank you. Guys, I do. Times are different now. We are not who we used to be. We are not where we used to be. And we have the power to change, because the first access to power is knowledge. And we are sharing it. We are sharing knowledge. We are sharing knowledge to break out of undesirable circumstances. Pui Li is a beautiful name that I will use from now. Thank you, Dave. Thank you. And I love that you asked. And don't ever feel pressured. Any of you, don't ever feel pressured to use whichever name. I love all of them. They are all me. And even when Puili becomes irrelevant to helping me grow out of some trauma or wound, even though it may come to an end, my struggle, but you guys would have like actively participated in like that whole process. Like it wouldn't have been done without you guys. Knowledge is power. Share it wide with love and an open heart. Yes, knowledge is power. And that is why we're going to get right into the topic today. We're going to get right into it today. Baby, come. Mommy need to.
Knowledge is power, and power is knowledge.
Knowledge is power, and power is knowledge, guys. Guys, it is. Well, people like to do it. They flip the thing, and it kind of works sometimes, and it sounds good. And you flip me! There you go. I'm gonna put powerful that we assigned meaning to meaningless things. We are powerful. We are able to give meaning to meaningless things. Yeah, it is! But Tale of Two Wolves, that is exactly the only way to create meaning, though, is when we ascribe meaning. Because people always, when I tell people I'm into philosophy, people always think they can stump you with one of the most basic questions, like, okay, then so tell me the meaning of life, or tell me the purpose of humanity. They love asking questions like these, and they expect you not to be able to answer, like it's some like the deepest philosophical question they can come up with. And then I'm like, it's like the first question people, like philosophers, try to answer. That's like the most basic. but it's a very, very important question, and a question that many people ask too late. Many people ask themselves this question too late, because that is the kind of question that you don't get an answer to if you don't ask it. So like, as long as you never ask that question, you kind of never have that answer for yourself. You actually don't, if you never thought about it. So there is a chance that someone is going to ask themselves that question too late. And that is when all the regret and stuff, either they'll go into denial or they'll guilt. Like, you know that? This is why old age is so scary to some people. The egg came first, hydrocannabinoid. I like cannabinoids. Someone tried to block some German historian. What? It's very healing for me to hear that our perception of the world is critical to forming our reality. I lived as a man of anger. How do you think I saw the world? So, me too. I lived as a person of hate. I was an ex-bigot in every way. You can think any ist out there, a sexist, a racist, an ableist, any possible ist out there, I was them. I was that. So I was a bigot. And because of that, I lived with an inane amount of hate toward the world and subconsciously toward myself. Subconsciously. And because of subconsciously, it's only because the hate is subconscious that you can live with it so long, that you can live as a bigot for so long, because the hate is subconscious. You know how I found out? When I had depression. I'm like, why the fuck am I depressed? Why? Because hating, even when projected outward, we think we're not hating ourselves, but we actually are. It's subconscious. It's all subconscious. So let me tell you again. If you hate anything out there, that is a part of you that hates yourself. That same part that you hate out there is the part in yourself that you cannot accept and hate. So, like, no worries, Fabius, no worries. I don't mind. So, the depression comes from the parts of ourselves that we feel are unacceptable. The reason why we feel like we are undeserving of many things, and like the world is a better place without us, and all those kind of things, it's because of self-directed hate. It's a hate that's directed inwards. So because I started outward, I had to understand how it also at the same time directs inward. So it's like a two-way street. It's not like, oh, I stopped hating outside and I started hating myself. No, there was always there. And then I started getting depression, and then I worked backwards. Oh shit, I actually hate myself a lot. Why? Oh, it's because I hate all these other things about other people and all those things. And then they came out, and then la 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 la. So my depression started early too. It was in my mid-20s. So, like, oh my God, it was like I was miserable. One of my beliefs is everything happens for a reason. Like the people that gather around me in some way are a reflection of myself. It is. They are. We actually naturally repel those that are on a different frequency, no matter whether they're good or bad. Yeah. We just attract people who function similarly, because like that's what vibe is about. Like we get each other more. So it's not just us. Every single level functions the same way. And which is why I believe in like rapport. The fact that out of all the streamers, you are here listening to me, and the fact that out of the fact that there's such a big world, you understand what I'm saying and you relate and make sense of what I am saying is actually very like precious. You understand? And our ability to ascribe meaning to these moments and connections is what makes life meaningful. Which is why you don't want to ask the question of meaning too late, because the only way to feel like your life has meaning is for you to actively ascribe a meaning to the things that matter to you. Don't lie to yourself and say, like, actually go chase what's important to you. Stop lying to yourself. Like, the ways we fuck ourselves up the most is all the lies we tell ourselves. Gotta stop that. Or we're not aware of those lies. We gotta catch that, or we gotta help each other catch it. Like, hey, don't believe that lie you tell yourself. Like, try to help each other catch it so that we can fuck ourselves up less. It's like these are called blind spots. Biases are like our internal blind spots. Yeah, we're shifting. It was more for the guys who are living in the wrong. Oh, Fabius. Yes. Who ghosted you is telling many of my friends aren't. It's telling many of my friends aren't really friends and ghosted me. Yeah, well, see, sometimes the connection we think we have does not reflect the reality of that connection. A lot of the times we think there might be a connection, but it may not be fully what we thought it was, and that disappoints us, is because we thought it was a mutual feeling. Yeah. But it does not mean The most important thing, though, is that we do not lose the hope that there are still other forms of connection out there that's worth pursuing, like what we found here. Supposedly 60% of people live like zombies and don't chase things that matter to them because they think they know. Because they think they know. A lot of people, it's not that they don't think, they believe when the first thing they're told, right? For example, their parents, they trust their parents. If your parents tell you that a certain way of life is like doing what your dad does, okay, your dad is a chef. The way to be happy is for you to grow up, be a chef, inherit the restaurant, have children. They map out your life for you. And what reason does a child have to not believe that that's what's gonna be good for them, right? And if a child believes that, like, they don't have to believe that it's the only good way to live, but as long as they buy into the idea that this is a good way for them to live, it's already like they're setting themselves up for something. What if they don't like it without really thinking about it? What if it's not for them? But because they just blindly believe what their parents tell them, because that's what children are predisposed to do, then they will inevitably like chase something they will come to maybe second guess, doubt, regret. And let me say also that there is no harm in giving up, pivoting, adapting, changing direction. There is no harm in that, and it's never too late, Knowing when to give up is a fucking skill. But when we come back to that, we gotta constantly evaluate. It's really up to us to constantly evaluate what we want to prioritize in life. It's because we don't evaluate enough, we don't realize our priorities are constantly changing. Well, not day to day, but year to year, maybe 5 years to 5 years, decades to decades. Your priorities gonna change. And if you don't audit it once in a while, your company gets audited once a year, so you better audit your shit once in a while. Thanks, Tools. Thank you. No chatters there yet. Thank you. Yay! I appreciate the reminder. Yeah. So I feel so grateful that the crummy people will not shift into my new reality. It's such a beautiful feeling. If you know who to filter out, that's all you need. Really all a person needs, like, to recognize what works for you and what doesn't. Because trust me, problematic people can find a crowd that can tolerate that specific problem. They can, and people will keep looking for their crowd, and it's just because we're herd animals. We're social. Like, everyone wants to feel like they belong somewhere. And that is why parasocial relationships are becoming a thing. Let's dive right in. Just checking before we start. Is there anyone's important questions I didn't answer? Because you know me, I always want to know that I gave you guys the attention y'all deserve. Because, like, y'all ask good questions. And, like, if there's something that's specifically meant for me that I missed before going into this, I want to know. Okay, let's get into it. So, parasocial relationships. First, I want to define what it is. What is a parasocial relationship? It is a kind of relationship that's largely defined by its one-sided nature. So it's one-sided, meaning, but the one-sided comes from both ends, which means, so if it's both ends, if both people experience it in one way or another, right? What makes it one-sided? It's one-sided in that one side's experience of the relationship is almost completely different from the other side's experience of the relationship. These two experiences are very different, but they are sharing the same relationship. The thing is, even in normal real life relationships, there is a bit of a disparity. Like nobody is going to experience a whole fucking relationship, any friendship, parents, blah, blah, blah. Like your parents don't have the same relationship with all of their kids. They don't experience it the same way. That's not how relationships are highly unique, the feelings they give us. So it's not like, oh, all your ex-girlfriends made you feel the same way, or all your students make you feel the same way. No, every single student gives you a different feeling. So like you're experiencing the relationships differently. So like the thing is, the disparity in real life relationships is like less, but it's very, very way more different when it's an online relationship. So that's what makes it one-sided. The feeling is like very, very different. Like one example, Taylor Swift and her Swifties. Her Swifties feel very a Swifties experience of their relationship with Taylor is, and Taylor's experience of her relationship with her fans or a particular fan is very different. The relationship still exists. It's just that her lack of awareness of it is the reality of that relationship for her. The non-existence of it. But then she knows she is related, like she is in an idol and fan relationship with all of her fans. Like Taylor Swift knows that, or your online influencer knows that. They know that. That's why we come online and we go, hey fam, hey friend, hey this, hey that. Look at my lurkers right now. I don't know every single one of them, but I call them fam, I call them friend. There is an awareness of a relationship, but it doesn't change that the way we experience it is very one-sided. What I am experiencing from this relationship is very different from your experience of your relationship with me. That's the one-sidedness of it. So old school celebrities, like we have the same parasocial relationships with radio show hosts. You know how we used to tune into their shows. We write letters to them. We call when they're on air to try to get into a conversation with them. You know, we relate to them, and celebrities too, like Taylor Swift, like very, very relatable. And let me give you another more abstract example, which is also technically a parasocial relationship. It is when we relate to fictional characters. You know how you feel like you really, really know a particular fictional character after you've engaged with it for 8 seasons in a film, and then you feel like when it came to an end, you lost a friend and whatnot? That is another form of a parasocial relationship. So like you think you know something more than you actually do, or something or someone, you know? So what is the difference though? The bigger difference between what we're engaging now, what is more commonly engaged with online influencers and celebrities, is the level and frequency of access. Two things: the level and frequency of the access we have to these very targets, people, influencers, celebrities. Tales of Aricia! Hey! Johnny, thank you. I was experimenting with my hair color today and looking for stuff that kind of matches. Thank you. I put a little bit of effort. Thank you for recognizing it. It makes me feel good. Checking YouTube. Tale of Two Wolves. Your reminders are actually making me remind myself now. Like I checked it without you telling me. Thank you. So, where was I? So, two things. Right now, we have a deeper level of engagement with our celebrities. Back then, what you can do was write letters that may or may likely never get addressed. And right now, we have DMs, we have live stream, which is a lot more intimate, right? And the frequency. Like back then, you only engage with your radio show hosts and celebrities when they are working, when they're coming out to do shit, when they have an album out, or when they're on the show, or when they're outside of that, you don't get access to them. So it is more challenging to form a parasocial relationship or reliance, or heavier reliance or codependency in that particular parasocial relationship. And because it hasn't gotten that bad, people don't point it out, but it existed. That's a parasocial relationship. But note that it can exist healthily, right? So the internet and social media generally has made it very, very difficult for people to know where to draw the line, to draw the very important line. Yeah. And the sad thing is, most people don't realize how important that line is yet. Which is why I hope if you come away with good info this stream, I hope you repeat that to other people and tell others about it. I'm going to spend at least like the next stream or one or two more streams talking about parasocial relationships. And I hope that, you guys can contribute your perspectives when you feel called to, because there's no judgment here. We're all trying to figure this out together because it is so new, and we care about the effects, the larger conscious and subconscious effects it has on people who engage in it. So let's do this together. So the key phrase I want people to take away from the nature of parasocial relationships is this. The key phrase is illusion of closeness. This is the only thing we gotta be aware of in a parasocial relationship. There is a proneness to an illusion, to fall into the illusion of closeness. So one of the ways to keep it healthy is to keep a check on this illusion. So I want to because of that, I want to continue pinpointing all the ways that we can unconsciously cross the line with ourselves and others, right? So frequent and personal updates, frequency and the personal nature of these updates. Detractor Media, hello. ¿Qué pasó? Mi amigo? I don't speak Espanol, but I welcome you here, and I hope you understand what I'm saying, because I'm very, very pleased to meet you. I'm Celeste. Hi, M. So, let me continue. Frequent and personal updates from the person online that we are engaging with simulate feelings of closeness and intimacy in the human mind. So it is not just you. It is very, very natural, right? When you are constantly exposed to intimate details of a person's life, like what I'm sharing with you, like the fact that I went through depression, the fact that I struggled with being neurodivergent, and the fact that I was an ex-bigot. These are vulnerable confessions. Sharing these precise things makes people feel like they really, really know you, because that's what you're trying to build. You're trying to build mutual understanding, and I am consciously building that. So the thing is, I'm not trying to say that we aren't close, that you guys don't really know me. You do, because I'm not sharing fake news. I'm not sharing a fake side of me. You do know a side of me. But all of us still benefit from the understanding of this fact. that you don't fully know me. You do not in any way fully know me at all. What I show you and tell you will always be one small part of me. It will always be, I am sorry, but that's just normal. Because we're not just entirely like what we show. It's not that I'm trying to hide anything. It's just not relevant, or it's just not shown, like my sex life, or my if I have children, like I'm not obligated to show my children online. Do you understand? So like our life is our life, and what we choose to show online is and always should be every person's own right, so the fact that I'm generating this closeness because I want to forge understanding. In order to keep it healthy, we gotta keep reminding each other that this isn't fully who I am. Don't construct additional things in your head that make you feel as though you are you know me better than what I am just showing you, because this is not the entirety of who I am. So keep your emotional investment at bay. Like check your emotional investment into somebody else's life, because it is in the end very, very removed. Yes, Beat New, I fucking love that. I don't think you know anyone completely. Can we repeat that? We don't know anyone completely. We think we do. We often think we do. And we often love to think that someone in this world knows every part of us. And guess what? As someone who was Christian, we are told that over and over again, precisely because it is a very legitimate human need. We are told over and over again that God knows us, every part of us, every single hair, in the most intimate way you want to be known, God knows you. And unfortunately, that primes the person naturally, because it's a very natural human need, that primes the person to look for the same feeling in real life, which you will never get. It is an illusion. Nobody really knows us, and we don't actually really know anyone. We may think we do. Even your own child, you may think you do, but trust me, you possibly know less than you think you do. Your child, So I do feel like people who genuinely believe someone else fully knows them possibly don't fully know themselves yet. You understand? When you feel like when someone can 100% understand you, like let's say you understand yourself from a level of who I am, like my favorite color, I'm a daughter, I'm a like very, very like that's all you are. Like you are your favorite color, you are your nationality, you are your gender, you are your social roles, you are your favorite food, you are your like all those things. It's very, very like easy for these people. If they only identify themselves through all these things, it's very, very easy for them to feel belonging. It is. But it only comes from them not knowing who they really are deep down and what they truly struggle with and what truly resonates, on a deeper level, rather than your mutual favorite celebrity, even not parasol. What? I don't care about Christians. What is the name of the wood elf god goodness in Warhammer? What? The father didn't know his son who took her. Sorry. Really? Yo, that's so sad. Feel free to share anything here with me because I don't really keep up with news that much. Mario Bombo, I'm glad you agree. I'm glad you resonated. And hi, it's very nice to see you again. Or wait, is it your first time chatting? Welcome. I'm happy to have you. No, my depression started due to religion when I was a teenager. So now I'm 37. It's hard not to hate it. Beat new. I come from the same place. I know what you're talking about with the hate. I came from that. When I realized the damage that was done to me, I struggled with the hate for a long time. And trust me, stick with me. I will help you alchemize that. That's a big topic, and it's actually a big part of me because I struggled with it for decades. I am 41. I'm 41 this year. I struggled with it for over 2 decades, and the being subconsciously affected by it. And I have come to a very happy understanding of where religions are and the role religions play in the bigger picture of humanity and where we're meant to go. And I've made peace with a lot of the most horrible and unacceptable parts of systematic religion. And it is actually my personal dream to help people like understand, not accept the horrible things. No. I'm not like, but like to really come back to a healthy understanding of what religion is, and what they should focus on in religion. Because of what I went through with Christianity, I made it my personal calling to dive headfirst into theology, across culture. I'm a fucking nerd. I dove into spirituality, philosophy, across culture, across languages, and like trying to understand how to come to a comfortable understanding of spirituality as a whole that will not make me hateful, resentful, or depressed. Yes. And yes, I want to help you with that. Unfortunately, it's not the topic today, but remind me, will you? Remind me. That's something I will want to talk about. It is highly flammable explosive. I want to see it burn. What? Pentaborane? Oh. I was lurking through the stream while playing Marvel. Ronan, don't worry. I love that you lurk and you love listening to me. I want to I want to continue into the parasocial relationship thing because I love you guys and I want you guys to all be in the right place with these very tricky relationships. I want you guys to be in the right place managing these tricky relationships. Yeah? Don't worry, Ronan. I love when you guys lurk because it kind of helps keep me on track so I'm not distracted with my content. Do you think it's possible for a society to exist without acknowledging a higher power? Yes. I think it does. But I do think that it is necessary for a certain category of society to have the freedom of believing in a higher power. I fully accept the fact that there are certain category of people with a specific mental makeup, like the way of thinking and operating the world that needs the kind of like the foundation of a higher power in order to function happily. You understand? The reason a lot of us are rebels is because independent thinking comes way easier to us than others. And for those where independent and critical thinking don't come as easily, it feels very, very vulnerable. There is a fundamentally vulnerable feeling when you are constantly presented with something new. So they do have to find a certain kind of peace in a higher authority that they can trust to know what's better. Do you understand? Just like children need it. Some, unfortunately, not because of their natural shortcoming, it's not a personal failing. Some adults don't grow past that they don't develop past it due to a lot of reasons. They could have trauma, they could have like developmental challenges and all those things, that you don't develop the kind of critical thinking or necessary level of thinking that is required for independent functioning and discernment. We have to recognize that those of us who have it, the discernment or the ease to think, we are very blessed. We are. Just like someone who is physically strong, like my husbando, can easily lift 200 pounds at once. Like, we can't be jealous of that. Do you understand? We're not built for it. Or he built himself for it. But we got our own strengths, and we just capitalize on it and stop shaming others for not being able to reach our heights. So we become that natural, not authority, guide. You understand? So it's like everyone has their own role. So I do believe that understanding of a higher power has its place in parts of humanity. But it can be taught and understood. The higher power can be taught and understood in a way that does not harm others. Aye. So, So I'm going into all the reasons why we engage in parasocial relationships to begin with. Number one, it's because sometimes real life relationships aren't as fulfilling or feels less safe because there is feelings of rejection, like fear of rejection, fear of abandonment. That's two big things, two major things: fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, that we have to engage with if we want to deal with real life relationships. It's something you gotta just push yourself to accept and handle, and that's a big thing for a lot of people, like handling rejection and abandonment and betrayal, like all the and that is one of the reasons why we gravitate toward parasocial relationships. And let me highlight why it feels safe. It feels safe precisely because they cannot abandon you. Yeah, unless they block you, right, which is, what is the likelihood? Unless you're being problematic, you're not gonna get blocked. They're not gonna tell you to get out of the chat, right? Like, I won't. And so there is less likelihood. You're always welcomed. So that itself is like a huge safety feeling. And the rejection part is like, there is no rejection. You are always welcome, and they're never unhappy with you. It's rarely. Like, it's less likely they're unhappy with you. They won't yell at you for not taking out the trash. They won't yell at you for not showing up. Less likely. I'm not saying like there are streamers out there who won't yell at their viewers, or content creators out there who won't like punish or like do something to their viewers. But you get what I mean. So this is why it feels like safe to people who have been hurt. And that's almost everyone, man. Everyone has been hurt in some way or another. Every relationship I see so far is like, and then the 60s and 70s happen and everyone dies. What? Book burning? Okay, Ronan. Okay. You go to sleep, Ronan. I hope you have a good night. And thank you for staying, okay? You got blocked after a relationship. Well, the best thing, Ronan, is to move on. The best thing really is to move on and to recognize that if someone had to block, right, it meant that there was a crossing of lines, and that's one of the red flags that you can use to identify whether a parasocial relationship is bordering unhealthy. So being blocked is one of them. So if you were blocked, not to say it's all your fault and the other person is 100% right for blocking. It's not to say that, but maybe there is something in there that you gotta look at and examine from a different angle to not have it repeat, right? But when people need to be protected from the world as adults while they don't want to accept real life rules, is it justified to want that burden on others? I mean, burden of taking care of them in addition to those people's normal job and families. Let me go through that again. Can you give me a little bit more context, Mario? I want to address your question. It sounds very nuanced. Good night, Ronan. Thank you for staying again. People need to be... Which people? The people who engage in parasocial relationships need to be protected from the world as adults while they don't want to accept real life rules. Is it justified to want that burden on others? Which burden? Like the burden of being protected as adults. Being the burden of taking care of them. The burden of taking those normal jobs. I'll wait for you to rephrase because I'm trying to make sure I understand what you asked. Like to be protected from Mercury. Mercury is my favorite planet. It's the planet of intellect. I had a friend for over 8 years in real life, then completely ghosted it. Binu, did you get ghosted or did you have to ghost the other person? Like, were you forced to ghost her? Oh, why is Mercury the worst? Fabius, this is my favorite. Why? Have you seen the North Pole of Saturn? No. Did a new picture just arrive? The North Pole of Saturn? I want to see it, Ari. Some people use you till they're happy in life and then dump you. I was ghosted. Binu, I'm sorry you had to experience that. And unfortunately, it is something that people experience more often than not. And it doesn't, you didn't deserve that. But it's like, I feel it gives us very, very good perspective, potentially. Because the person doing that, it would be less likely for them to, because they're the one running away. You understand? Because you're the one ghosted, right? So they're the one who gave up on the friendship or relationship or anything. So, like, whatever reason they chose to do it, of course, it's their right. But, like, I think when someone is forced to admit that they're not a good match with you, I always want to believe them, whether they tell me directly or not. You understand? Relationships are very hard to maintain. Don't let the need to be in a relationship or to have friends, like, don't let fear of loneliness make you settle for unfulfilling friendships. Don't, because I want to tell you why it's not scary to be alone. It's once you learn and accept that, that's such a powerful understanding. Because it doesn't mean you no longer need anyone. It means that you will no longer be unhappy if you don't have anyone. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can be alone, but you will never feel lonely. You can be alone, not feel lonely. So solitude is a state, but loneliness is a feeling, right? So you can be in a state of solitude without the feeling of loneliness. And it has the potential to always be that way. It can. You just need to practice and train yourself to do that. And I'm here to tell you that if you achieve that level of happiness with being alone, it does not in any way make you hate other people. It doesn't make you not want to go out. It doesn't make you not want to connect. It doesn't make you feel like, I don't need anyone from now on. No, it doesn't. It shouldn't. It should not. If it makes you go the other way, it's not healthy. Real independence should not cut you off from forming genuine connections. Yeah, it should actually empower you to go out and make connections that are right for you. That's what it should do. It should empower you to go out. Like, being okay with being alone should empower you to go out and look for the exact kind of relationships that fits you perfectly. Because the moment when you have this okayness with being alone, nobody who doesn't fit you is going to cut it. Do you understand? You just equipped yourself with the ultimate best filter for you, the best friend filter for you. You equipped yourself to attract those that make you feel the best about yourself. Isn't that great? Isn't that great? But it can only begin if you stop being scared of the opposite. Because if not, you will always try to give up parts of yourself in order to earn connection. You'll always try it. I love the song. What the fuck? It's so cute. It's so cute, the song. Aw, Binu, I'm happy you get it. Yeah. And having this understanding, like, whenever anyone gets it, I know that they will start to apply it and start to equip themselves with the discernment to look for what makes them happy. So it makes me very happy just imagining that. So I'm very excited for you, Bitnu. That's already happened until I stopped talking to everyone, and then one friend stayed. Bitnu, thank you for telling me that. I loved hearing it. It's like a neat little closure to your story. I had very good fulfillment from that. It's way too hot. I'm hot, so I like a hot planet, Fabius. Because some people can't deal with people with mental health issues. And it's a reality. And I fully accept that. I always tell people, ain't nobody has any obligation to handle my depression. It's a lot. It's a lot to handle. I even tell Emran, like, if one day you tell me, and one day, Emran, you sit down and you tell me, honestly, I don't think I can deal with your depression anymore. I think I'm at my breaking point. I think I need a divorce. You know, I would be okay with that. I would actually be okay with that. I will not hate him. I will not think he is weak for not being able to handle my depression, because I can't handle it. I know it's hard. And I'm not entitled to him sticking with me, because in the end, I don't think he stopped loving me, because in the end, in order to love, we need to love ourselves first. That is always the rule. So just because he's not leaving me for another woman, he is leaving me because he is personally, like, affected from being with me. from being unable to, not everyone is equipped to handle like this intensity, just like not everyone is equipped to handle someone who's struggling with all, and we're, unfortunately, I don't want to feel like I'm entitled, especially to the time and attention and effort and everything of someone I really, really love. To me, I really love Emran, and his happiness means more to me than, because the thing is, you see, I don't think I'll be that unhappy. It's not like I can't ever be happy if he leaves me. Do you understand? It's precisely because I would leave you for another woman before I leave you. Stop it. He said he would leave me for another woman before. Like, that's even less likely. You know, the thing is, I'm not afraid to be alone. And Emran is the same way. This is why every day we know that we are choosing each other because we want to, not because I'm scared of being alone, not because I'm scared. I'm doing it because I'm afraid he'll abandon me otherwise. Yeah, I understand that my views are very radical, but I want you guys to know that this radicalness is one of the keys to a sense of liberation, a way of liberation, because you don't have to be exactly like me. You just have to like entertain that thought and glean the same understanding. Thank you, Doomslayer. Oh my god, I didn't see you. Hi, Doomslayer. Oh my god, thank you for giving your sub to Beatnu. Oh my god. Judgment. Doomslayer, do you have a question for me? Feel free. You just got the judgment card from my tarot. I can answer one of your questions about your future if you want. Beatnu! Congrats, Beatnu. You just got a free sub. Thank you so much, Doomslayer. You forgot what, Beatnu? Yeah. So, what was I talking about? Thank you, Doomslayer. I feel very, very appreciated. Shiba asked. Shiba. Wait, what was I talking about? You guys remember? Yo, guys, I forgot. Can anyone tell me? Us talking about what? Personal input. Hey, wait, what? Fabius, please help me. Okay, if I can't get back to what I was talking about, I'm gonna just move forward, right, to the rest of what I was saying, right? So, our fear of oh, baby, come. Okay, you stay here, okay? It's too hot. No, not now. So, wait. Give me hope to cope, show me love to love, heart to heart, a sign from above. Give me strength to endure an everlasting cure. Show me love to love, a sign from above. Yeah, we gotta stop this, whatever this is. Okay, so I'm going to go into a little different thing about parasocial relationships. Oh, yes, Mario, I forgot. We were... Okay, I'm gonna... You said your partner could one day leave you because he can no longer manage your depression and you would be... Oh, yes! Oh my god! Oh, Mario, thank you so fucking much. And I remember you I wanted you to paraphrase something you said before, right? want, for example, their partners to protect them from the world or financial burdens, and not accept that they need to. Yes, that's one of the one-sided natures of the relationship, and it's not okay. The entitlement is a problem. The sense of entitlement is a problem, Mario, and we will get into that. And let me go down a little. You said yes, and yes, he could, and I feel like my ability to come to terms with that doesn't mean that I won't be sad. I will still have lost something I greatly treasure. Because the thing is, people assume that if you're okay with losing something, you never really loved it in the first place, right? That's why people feel threatened when presented with the idea that someone they love feels okay or will be okay with losing them, because they associate the being okay with not loving, which isn't true necessarily. So sometimes when another person's happiness matters a lot more, it is also a form of love. But that form of love can only happen if you don't need that person in order to function or survive. If they are not crucial to your like survival, it's like they are a nice to have. Like you are a full damn cake and they are the icing, so you're still a cake, but the icing makes you sweeter and it makes life better. But without the icing, it's not like you fall apart. You're not a cake anymore. Do you understand? That's the whole difference. And that is the key, actually, to be okay with something good that is coming to an end. Because we are not entitled to anyone fully in this life. Every person is an independent soul that will change. And one thing we are not guaranteed in this life is permanence. Everything changes. You change. We change. Your significant other will change. And there may come a time when our current lives may be too much for someone. And it is quite legitimate for them to have their feelings changed. It may not completely come from personal failing, like, oh, he's a cheater or he's a blah, blah, blah. Like if someone is genuinely, they can't handle someone who is so depressed and crying all the time, and it's making them depressed and want to end their own, whatever, like if it's affecting them in a big way, like you can't say that they don't love you because they have to stop and they have to put some distance from you. This is how you can't shame children from having to put distance between themselves and their parents because their parents are being toxic, Interesting take. Yeah, I like to share my weird, interesting takes. So we're in a cooking stream making an icing. Hi, Talisman. Hello. How are you? How have you been? It's been a while since I've seen you. I hope you've been doing well. Yes, rose tinted glass. Oh, this is red though, not really rose. But I do have a pink one, a pink set. Aw, Fabius, not a good take. I always think of others as equal partners in a relationship. But it sounds a bit like you say they're not equal part of our cake. Like their roles in the relationship should be equal. But the cake analogy is more for like a sense of self. It's like we come as a full person. So whether we have that relationship or not, we are still the full person. They're not insignificant, but they having them may have like a huge plus in our lives. Like there's so many things that are good with marrying or permanently being with this person, right? But removing that fundamentally will not take away from our ability to create happiness for ourselves. Like it will get us down, just like if your parent passes away, someone very important leaves you. Our inability to create a meaningful life post loss is actually a problem. Yeah, it's the reason why we fundamentally feel we cannot live without someone. And for me, how I found a way to exist in relationships without fear of abandonment is when I am able to recognize that I don't fully own the person I love, no matter how much I love them. And they are entitled to all the decisions they make and all the changes that happen to them. Like, suddenly they no longer love you anymore. It's sad when feelings change. It really is. But if we can accept that our feelings about people tend to change, like how you feel about a friend could change over years. How I felt about my parents changed over the years. You know? Like the way we feel towards people do change. It's not the same throughout our lives. And if we can accept that as something that's they changed, it's not because of fully because of us, they naturally we will make it less about us and we won't hurt as much. The point is to hurt less, right? The point is for us to hurt less because what we can control is our own experience of the whole shit, of the whole experience. We can't control why they left us or whether they will leave us, but we can control how we will deal with it or how we will see it if it comes up. If it comes up. If you never think about it, if all you do is like try to convince yourself, oh, don't think about it, they'll never leave me. I married a safe person. I married a loyal wife. I have like all those things we want to convince ourselves. It's not to say we all married cheaters, okay? But you ain't gotta convince yourself if you fundamentally not afraid of losing. You understand? You're not afraid. And the thing is, again, it's not to say you won't be sad. If Emron ever decides to leave me, you'll see me crying. You will see me crying. For whatever reason he decides to leave me, you will see me crying. Unless my feelings toward him change, which could be, which could change too. But if I still feel the same way, I will feel sad, but not for long. Because if he genuinely told me that he has a happier place to be, or that doesn't include me, I'm happy for him. Because I want him to be happy. I fucking if he can't find happiness with me, I fucking want him to go out and continue making a happy life for himself. Like, I don't want to be the cause of his misery. I mean, I'll try to change, but I will accept when everything we have tried is not working and I can't do anymore. Like, we have mutually come to an agreement where it's no longer happy for us to keep something up, and we separate. Despite me still feeling like I don't want to lose it, but because I can step back and understand that I do not own him because I am no longer able to contribute the same kind of happiness to his life, he's entitled to look for more, better, different. And I can look for mine. You understand? I can look for mine. No matter who you are, you can look for yours. And let me tell you, if I find it hard, if you find it hard, I'll find it hard too. You think I'm easy to please and it's easy for me to find someone to be with? No fucking way. No fucking way. It's not easy for anyone who's picky or who knows what they want or who has had very, very good relationships, and then you'll compare to the next one. And getting into relationships are hard, and maintaining relationships are hard. So, like, you guys, you gotta invest wisely in your relationships, which is why never be sad that something that's supposed to end ended. Never ever be sad. If someone is ready to leave you, it's time. If someone is fully ready to leave you, let them. They're doing you a favor. You have to believe that. You have to believe that they are doing you a favor. Because you don't want to be with people who don't really want to be with you anymore. It'll come out in like such horrible ways that will make you look down on yourself in the long term. Okay? Let me say this. Being with someone who doesn't really want to be with you will, over time, make you slowly look down on yourself. And self-respect is something you don't want to lose. Yeah? Because it's something that's kind of hard to get back once you lose it. Self-respect. And let me tell you, self-respect has nothing to do with what you wear and how many people you sleep with. That's not self-respect. That's others' respect. Self-respect is how you see yourself and how you relate to yourself and whether you break your own promises to yourself, etc., etc. That's self-respect. How much you respect yourself and how much you trust yourself and what you understand about self-worth. That's self-respect. So it's not who I sleep with. That's not that someone's lack of self-respect if I wear something sexy. It's not self-respect. That's others' respect. It's how you see me. Okay? So where was I? Was I missing someone else's import? Mario, did I adequately address your question? I just think it would be nice for a friend to express why it ends instead of being cowardly. Binu, we do wish we had closure in these things because closure is what helps us move on. And like not knowing why or how it came to be really does do a number on us. It makes it hard to move on too. But let me tell you, the reason we find it hard to move on is because we feel like the closure should be given to us. Like we're waiting to receive some sort of closure or hoping to arrive at some sort of closure. But the fastest way and the most efficient way and the most legitimate way actually for us to get closure in any of these situations is that we give it to ourselves. Yeah. The closure that we give ourselves, that we feel entitled, like that we should make ourselves entitled to accept, the closures we give ourselves over the ones that we are expecting from the other person. Because hello, so what if they die? Like before, like this is why you have like kids when you see their parents or grandparents or whatever like just passing away, but before they could reconcile or like do anything, they go like, oh, why you leave me? Before they get angry. Yeah, it's because they were waiting for that closure. They feel like they deserve closure and they didn't give it to themselves, and they didn't feel like they can accept the closure that they are giving themselves. They don't feel it's legitimate. Yeah, Binu. So don't be waiting for it, because the closure that you're waiting for, number one, they might not give it the right way. Some people don't give you the right kind of closure, and that actually re-traumatizes you. Yeah, because we always think, especially when we break up, we want closure. We want closure. We want to understand what did we do. So number two, not only that we might not get the kind of closure we hope for. In fact, we might get a kind of closure that might re-traumatize us. And number two, they might not know how or whether they need to give closures. They're not equipped to give the closure. They like so we're asking for like the final episode that they didn't know they're writing.